Welcome back to the Superhero Homies podcast. My name is Quentin, and as always, I'm here with the homie Kevin.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how you guys all doing out there? I hope everyone is having themselves a great day and or night whenever you choose to listen to this. Q, how you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. I'm still Rona-free.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully, everybody out there listening to this, it is actually, it's been proven, scientifically proven, that if you listen to the podcast regularly, that does give you immunity to the Rona via badassery and cool points. Everyone knows that viruses can't withhold a certain threshold of cool points, so therefore listen to the podcast equates to cool points, which equates to immunity to the Rona. So therefore, because we care so much about you guys and your loved ones, tell all your friends and family to subscribe to the Superhero Homies podcast.
But Q, wait, doesn't that hurt our chances with the research? If it's a geek podcast, doesn't that help you lose cool points then?
You would think so, but it's 2020, not 1980.
This is true.
Yeah,
this is true. And also, to continue helping you with your cool points, you guys should check out our Patreon page to get you some extra cool points, thus extra security, some insulation, some insurance even against that Rona. Because none of us want that. So hit up the Patreon page at patreon.com/superherohomies.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
The other good thing about cool points is, the summer's coming up and we could all use cool points. Get it?
No, stop.
Okay. I tried. I gave it a shot.
Yeah, it's okay. We appreciate the shot.
Sometimes they don't all land.
Yeah, sometimes they don't. But that was a good one. The audience appreciates your attempt either way.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. They're really good at stopping on point too.
Yeah, they're trained. But yeah, guys, welcome back to the podcast, and we do sincerely hope everyone is doing well and that everybody's being healthy and sane. If you're trapped maybe in your house with your family during these trying times during the quarantine period, we want you guys to know that hey, we got you covered, and we're here to distract you for however long with cool, entertaining, informative, and hilarious content. That's what we always try to provide to you guys.
And believe it or not, we shoot for 4 out of 5 of those every time. You did name 5 things.
Sometimes
right?
I think so.
I just kind of guessed at a number there. I said, that's one. That's a number.
What did I say? Cool, informative, entertaining.
Entertaining. Did you say innovative?
No.
My brain did.
And hilarious. I think I only said 4, so you overshot us. So that's good.
That's good. That means we always shoot for a 5th one. Don't ask what that adjective is. It's something.
Oh, jeez. Okay, guys, but yeah, so we're here today to talk about something that's pretty prevalent and pretty relevant to today's standards.
Get out.
We're talking about some of the movie delays that have taken place because of the coronavirus.
Movie delays in one game.
Yeah.
So basically, product postponed products.
Yes.
There's the alliteration. Yeah.
So, for those of you who have been long-time listeners of ours, surely you at this point know that we love this time of the year as we approach more superhero movies. And the summer blockbuster over the years has crept forward to the spring blockbusters, which leading to the summer blockbusters, and then we get the slowdown in the winter months usually with the superhero content in movies. There was a lot of cool things we had in the lineup to cover this year, and unfortunately, most of it has been pushed back to not even 2020.
Which is most unfortunate, especially out there for the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls who are geeks on the same level as us, because we pre-purchased our tickets, and so now I know of at least 3 pre-purchased tickets that were both for the main podcast and the Patreon podcast, which now we got to go talk to the theater company about and see if we can either get that postponed till the movie does release or refunded or whatever. So I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Yeah, because these movies, like today, like we're primarily speaking about like the movies, obviously for the superhero content, but there's a lot of Patreon material that also is postponed. A bulk of our Patreon material came from reviewing other new movies that weren't in the realm of comic books or superheroes. So it kind of but at the end of the day, yes, it's all so arbitrary and non-important in comparison to the bigger threat looming out there potentially. So,
Right. If anything, I kind of look at this as the fun news, the distracting news to say, okay, hey, there's some hope for the entertainment industry after all this, which means my boredom will end.
And my heart will go on.
All right, Celine Dion. Near, far,
wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
Oh, jeez.
We will not get out. We will not go to bed. Oh, wait, we haven't made a go to bed button yet.
No, we have not. But no, so we'll go ahead and get into it, guys. By and basically the contents of this podcast is going to be primarily discussing the superhero movies that have been pushed back, the ones that especially that were more recent to come out.
Yeah.
And basically the impact, what that means, and really just have a conversation on the matter.
Right. Because one thing that Q and I have kind of discovered as Q, he's been very diligent, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who follow our Facebook page, in posting whatever news as soon as he gets it. Q is definitely religiously much better at that than some of us in the room. But
there's only two of us.
I don't know what you're but don't forget the Poltergeist.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Or the Batman.
Oh.
There's lots of Batman in the room. But as those of you who watch our YouTube channel would know. But yeah, no. So every movie that is being postponed because of the corona is being treated differently. And we're here to kind of talk about the highlights and what that might mean potentially as a problem even for some of these products. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get started.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a list page here of ones we've discussed and ones that we have a lot of information on and some that we have some information on. The first, which was going to be pretty damn soon here, Black Widow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I have here a formatted list where I kind of wrote down the OG release date when we were supposed to get it, and the to-be release date is what I have written down. Actually, I have TB release date, but
right.
Yeah.
So originally for Black Widow, she was going to be released at the very top of May, or actually, and there was certain reports saying that maybe they were going to try to aim for the last week of April even.
Yep, I have written down here that they were shooting for April 24th was going to be release date, or May 1st, and both of which would have been pretty dope. Not gonna lie, that would have been awesome. That would have meant that we potentially would have been scoring that movie this week, dude.
Yeah.
We could have gone in and said, "Oh man, how did daggum Natasha do on screen?"
Right.
But no, we do, however, have good news. This is not one of the products where we have to worry: is it going straight to streaming? Is it ever gonna come out, or are they just gonna blacklist this Black Widow movie? I said that just because of that. You get it. Yep. But no, luckily we already have a release date for this one. So there's less wonder here is the good news. The new release date is November 6th, later this year, 2020. So we are still getting this one on the big screen. Hallelujah.
Yeah. And Marvel did this whole kind of reshuffling thing. And recently DC did the same thing where they kind of had to reshuffle their hands as far as their movie release dates. And one thing about Marvel's list of reshuffling, so to speak, is that they pretty much pushed everything back with each product almost taking the place of the previous one. So you have Black Widow that's being moved back to November, and that took the place of Eternals. And I'm sure we'll talk about that one too, because that one's it was pushed back, not tremendously far, but far enough to make it sting.
Yeah. Well, definitely any pushback is going to sting because we're nerds and we wanted to see this. We wanted to see all this shit.
Yeah, and even with Black Widow being pushed back from the sounds of it, at the very latest was going to be the 1st of May, all the way back to November. Like, geez, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a whole new season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes you well. So here's the thing. Like the good thing about this, at least from my perspective, like just that small sliver of a silver lining. Is the fact that Black Widow was my most anticipated superhero movie for 2020, and now I don't have to worry about that movie like peaking so early in the year and then nothing else like kind of coming close to it. So now it's like I get to potentially end the year on a really, really high note, and so I view that as a slight silver lining of sorts.
That's true, buddy. I thought about something similar, not in the same lighting, though. I thought about how, well, we're still going to get that movie later this year, yes. I did think about the Homie Awards, though. For those of you who have been longtime listeners, you know that at the end of every year, we like to do a little homebrew ceremony session, our own, Oscars, so to say, regarding which movies did super well and which movies just kind of did less than well, or maybe overall just tanked. We're not going to get a lot of movies for this year's predictions, man. This whole year the list has been kind of shrunk here.
You're not wrong, man.
Yeah,
the
right?
Homies this year is gonna.
The Homies this year is gonna be a 30-minute mini episode. But you're right. Black Widow will still be on this year. A lot of our predictions are going to be completely incorrect now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We have to throw our list out essentially.
We really do. Like the Homies this year is going to be interesting. We'll have to think of how to do that, which I'm just now kind of realizing with you here. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, geez. So
yeah.
we know for sure. Well, we know for sure we get 4, and I think that's it. That's literally, I think, like half
4
of the movies. Well, we already got 2, and I know for sure we're gonna get 2 more this year.
Remind me of the 2 we already got. Because it feels forever since we went to the theater.
And Birds of Prey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. At least we started off the year getting those.
I'm going to need a drink. Here we go. Let me get my canned beverage here. I was drinking kombucha. Now I got to get something.
Yeah. And yeah, we do know that we're going to get both Wonder Woman and Black Widow later on this year.
That's the good news. Yeah,
that's the good. We're saving the best for last. Okay,
we're saving the best for last. Actually, yeah. Actually, Wonder Woman is on my list here eventually. Yeah. So that's awesome.
But I guess back to Black Widow. Like, what other like potential upsides do you think there is to having the movie pushed back to November? And I guess this can be a blanket statement maybe for any of them. But.
Right. That's a fair question, actually. That's a fair one to ask for each one individually. The pros for the decision that has been made on it, or lack of decision for some. So for Black Widow, the pro about it being pushed back and still being released in November is that we still get it. Mm-hmm. That's the one that I feel the best on. As far as Disney corporate language goes, they still have enough faith in this movie with their box office science or their box office magic that they have high hopes for this movie to still make a profit, which means that they still hope that a lot of us, the loyal audience and fan base, turn out to go see this movie, which you already know we are because we already bought the ticket. We bought a ticket for November now. Congratulations. But yeah, that is my positive spin on it, which is we're still going to get it on the big screen, which was the exact experience I wanted for this, Yeah. It would have sucked if, Scarlett Johansson's first solo superhero movie was immediately streamed. She herself, Scarlett, has been an awesome person with the whole lineup of the MCU. She's deserved it. She's earned it. So I wanted her to still have that big screen experience, just myself as an emotional decision rather than anything super logical. But I'm happy she still gets that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
me too. And I guess just to emphasize, especially for me, on a more selfish standpoint, like you said, I'm just happy that we do get to see this in theaters. Mm-hmm. Because there is something about that theater experience. Like think about it like this: like, what if in some wacky alternate universe, Endgame came out like on Disney Plus? And that's how we got to see it. Like that magnetic energy that surely everybody felt when they saw it in theaters, that's nullified.
Dude, the experience, the emotion of everybody, witnessing the movie rather than just watching it. Whenever, say, Captain America hailed Mjolnir and the whole audience cheered.
Oh, yeah.
Or different movie, same experience in Infinity War when Thor comes down and he's finally in Wakanda. He's like, "Bring me Thor!" Like people, bring me Thanos. Wow, he bring me myself. That's what he said.
Man, Thor really did have an existential crisis. Huh?
He really did. Yeah, bring me Thor. Bring me Thanos. You're right. Excuse me. But those were moments when people in the audience cheered. There was applause and yelling and celebration. That would have been awkward from your couch.
Yeah, I peed on someone. Yeah.
I told you not to pee on that person. I told you. I gave them the rest of your popcorn to make up for it, but I don't think they were happy. But
I mean, my level of excitement, like I get so excited, I got to pee on somebody.
No, stop. Wait. My level of excitement, I have to pee on somebody. Who are you, R. Kelly?
Or the difference
you're Q Kelly.
I'm Q Kelly. The difference is, like, his threshold is way lower than mine, like, he can just be mildly interested and he'll pee on you. Me, I have to be super excited for me to pee on somebody, so that's the difference.
Enough said. Okay.
Full disclaimer, I have never pissed on anyone.
No. We don't endorse that.
Not that I can remember. I mean, if you're into it, that's your thing. I'm not going to kink shame you, but so Black Widow though.
Yep. I'm still coming back. You can't just whiplash me like this. I gotta get away from the piss. Okay. Black Widow. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go there. Black Widow.
Please, never. But no, Black Widow. I don't know what else there is to say on that one, honestly. What else you got?
I was gonna say, like, I guess, like, one kind of blanket benefit, and Matt Reeves just maybe a few hours ago actually spoke on this. That's the director for the Batman. One kind of blanket statement that I think is a potential good for all these movies is, these directors or screenwriters or what have you, people who are working on the movie, they really get a chance to kind of think things out more thoroughly. Like, if there's something that maybe they were a little iffy on or something that they wanted to change, well, now is your chance to do it. You have the time now. I
don't know what this says about me, but I'm hopeful that they do take advantage of that. I'm hesitant in believing that they will, but I'm hopeful that they do, especially for these more long drawn out products that were not already finished, like Black Widow or something like that,
Right.
I'd imagine they won't change much about her movie. I don't imagine so. Maybe New Mutants they'll change again because fuck, they know what it means to be rescheduled. Okay, that's coming up soon. But for some of these other products, like maybe the Avengers video game or something like that, yeah, I would totally hope that they sit back and say, oh well, now that we got the time. Right. It's like whenever a teacher postponed your book report, so that one page of filibustering where you took a sentence and made 3 paragraphs out of it. Yeah, you can really actually do your homework then. But we both know you won't.
Oh, I never did. That filibuster stayed in the book report every time.
I'm trying to think, man. I wanted to put you on the spot and make you come up with like a filibustering statement real quick, but it's not worth it. We already have plenty of material to fill up the time, so we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess one more thing about Black Widow, and that is, this is, like you mentioned, Kevin, one of those movies that, regardless of when it comes out, it's going to make a lot of money. This is coming out under the Marvel Cinematic Universe banner, and the MCU obviously is the flagship for all things superhero as far as big screen appearances go. And Black Widow has been a mainstay in these movies literally for 10 years now. Yeah. So, I mean... Yeah, her appearance or her movie is well being looked forward to. It's going to make a lot of money regardless.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, and I know that all the studios with all these movies have to come out of pocket again when it gets time to release date, because you got to do more marketing and whatnot, and that's going to be a lot more money, sure. But also the thing of it is that who knows? Hopefully, by the time that the world starts opening back up, one thing, hopefully it doesn't happen until the world is ready. Like, I'm not talking about the economy. I'm talking about when the virus is being dissipated and that it's legitimately safe for the world to resume as it once was. Right. Hopefully by that point, the world as we know it will be ready to go back again and watch movies. And I think that the enthusiasm to see these products will just be through the roof. So
I agree with you there. That's one thing that I do actually have high hopes for, is that we're going to have a lot of people who are just like, finally, yes, let's go watch this movie, you know? I think that's going to be dope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, let's move on.
Yeah. So one that we already kind of we talked about a little bit, but need to mention again is New Mutants.
Dude, New fucking Mutants, man. What is this? The fifth time? Are they gonna get a? No. I think it's the fourth time they've been pushed back, and potentially the fifth date. Although I will say the OG release date this time was April 1st, 2020. Well, they April fooled all of us because now it didn't hit theaters, obviously.
Right.
There is no to-be release date yet.
Nothing.
Not as far as we know. Yeah. Not presently at the time that we've recorded this episode. For those of you who are curious, its original OG release date was April 13th, 2018. Let me make sure you guys heard that 2018 one more time. 2018. Years ago.
Yeah. And you know what the funny and kind of fucked up thing about it is?
What's that?
If you guys go back and listen to the very first Homies Award that came out at the end of 2017, that was on our list of predictions for 2018. And then again at the following Homies Award.
Yep.
And depending on what they do this year, it'll be on the Homies again.
Yep. So here's the news that I read up on this, because this is obviously one of the ones that had the most magnetism and the most curiosity, at least for me, on this list that we're talking about tonight. So the big question was, does it get a fourth release date, which it already did? That's the one that came and went. Or do we just release it for streaming? That was the big question that Disney corporate was asking itself whenever this movie has already been postponed 2 times prior. The science there they actually talked about was actually pretty fascinating to learn about, Q. So they said that in order for them to be confident to release this movie, they would have had to have earned a surplus of 2 million more Disney Plus subscribers for them to put it on Disney Plus or Hulu or whatever stream they had. It would have taken them 2 million more to make the money they had wanted out of this product whenever, it was to be released in box office. Now that means that, they would have made the money back at $6.99 per subscription, which means that they would have had to have been 2 million more subscribers on top of what they already have for this movie to make the anticipated money count. They weren't confident that it could do that. But they were confident that it could turn the box office, and that's why it got its new release date, which was April 1st, 2020. Now, I don't know. I don't know if they'll have that seed of faith again to give it another office date, dude. Box office date.
So, when I think about New Mutants, some of the main problems or caveats about the movie was people were wondering about the movie because it was supposed to come out well before Fox got absorbed by Disney, and clearly, that didn't happen. And so this movie that was, for all intents and purposes, pretty much live and ready to go, kind of sat in limbo. And while Disney, and Fox had to go through the whole red tape thing with the lawyers and whatnot, and then when the dust was settled, Disney had this movie that, once again, was pretty much complete, and was like, well, what do we do with this movie that technically we didn't make?
They did some reshoots.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's like, what do you guys want to do with this thing? It's like we can put it out, and here's the thing: like Disney was like, well, it's going to be our money, our marketing money, to put this thing out now, because for all intents and purposes, there is no more Fox. Hell, it's just called 20th Studios now, like 20th Century now. There is no more Fox, and so they're like, well, we can spend our own money to market this thing, and whatever money it makes, as long as it makes more than marketing, which I mean it will, then it's a plus. So now the problem is, like, if they go to re-release it again, that's more marketing money to put out, and
you're right, that changes the math.
Yeah.
So honestly, brother, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you right now. I don't have faith we're gonna get another release date. I'm thinking they might put it out to a streaming service, or they might have a more creative thing that they're going to do with it. I don't know. But as of putting it through box office, I don't know if they're willing to fork over that much. Because, again, their faith was so little previously. They had some faith enough to give it another box office date, obviously. And like you said, to at least put more marketing funds into that. but I don't know if Disney is willing to go another round with it, man.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, one avenue that may be best for consumer and for Disney would be if they added the option to Disney Plus, maybe kind of reformatted the streaming and had to that you could maybe rent it from them. I mean, I would pay to see the movie.
I mean, who does that? HBO, Amazon does that. Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon for sure. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, Amazon does it.
Yeah. You could pay to rent the movie.
To rent a movie, yeah.
You just like rent it for $2.99 or ooh, wait a minute. I'm a consumer. Let's rent it for 99 cents at most.
I mean, honestly, like if they did put it out for rental, it'll probably be like $15. I mean, it'll probably be. It may be even like $20 because.
Get out. Go home. Stop that. Stop giving them ideas that are going to eat my wallet.
But it's still overall cheaper than what we pay for, popcorn and movie tickets,
Keep talking. You're allowed to keep talking, please.
Thank you.
Which one of those buttons is like the, you're okay, kid?
We need one of those too.
Right? That'd be a good one. You got moxie, kid.
Moxie. Oh, man. Speaking of which, really quick, a few weeks ago...
Speaking of moxie?
No.
Okay.
I said speaking of which.
Ooh.
I was listening to the Fat Man Beyond podcast. That's Kevin Smith's podcast.
Cool.
And he and his co-host, Mark Bernardin, they were talking, and Mark, he made a mention that apparently, and this is news to me.
What's up?
I had no idea. He mentioned that, among like the Hollywood elites and like, super rich actors or the rich and famous or whatnot, there is this streaming service that's extremely exclusive that you can stream movies to your home day one release. And apparently Kevin Smith got super excited. He was like, really? I never heard of this shit. And Mark was like, yeah, but apparently it's something outrageous, like $20,000 a year.
Oh. Oh. Excuse me, I'm gonna need a second wallet for this, man. Oh man, I think I left my 20 G's.
Oh, you usually need a second one. I need like a truckload of spare wallets.
Back it up. Okay, just dump it.
Because like I was literally
brown and black pseudo leather, as far as the eye can see.
I was literally in the same mindset as Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Why have I never heard of this? I was like,
what is it called?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could Google. You'd have to be able to Google that, right?
Probably. Yeah. But it sounds like one of those things that's maybe invitation only.
Maybe. I mean, I'd imagine the info has to be out there somewhere.
Yeah.
But the wall of the price tag is enough to keep me out.
Yeah.
Like, you can keep your exclusivity. You're cool. I'm not the cool kids club over here. I'm part of the homies club. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll forward to that in there. But, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. It's like,
that's pretty fucking wild. Like, I know for a fact that I go to the movies a lot more than the average movie consumer because of the podcast business. But I know for a fact also that I don't go to movies $20,000 worth.
No.
Including snacks and drive back.
I mean, so
in
like,
time.
I haven't done the math, and I don't have the brain capacity to do so, but I do have a calculator. Maybe you do. I'll do it later. But it's like if you went to the movies twice a day, every day for a year, and got popcorn, that still wouldn't equate to $20,000.
Are we talking with our membership? I was thinking because our membership benefit's actually pretty dope. That's fair. That's
yeah.
Cool. That it's savings.
Yeah, I mean, with or without benefits, it still wouldn't come close to costing $20,000.
No, heavens no, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, I what? That's exclusive, but it's like, are you just getting it just to say you got the super prestigious exclusive treatment? I mean, because
I guess like
I don't see the value in that enough.
If you're Brad Pitt, you don't have the luxury of going out and watching a movie if you really want to see it,
I mean, but they have their own screenings for that.
No, I mean like
Yeah.
a movie that he's not in that he really wants to see. Like he doesn't have the luxury of just walking in a movie theater and buying a ticket.
I guess you don't anymore. I watched older interviews and documentaries and whatnot about actors and actresses who weren't in certain particular products, who were able to go see it on its like opening night preview in like prestigious Hollywood only movie theaters and whatnot. I'm trying to remember. Jeff Bridges actually talked about seeing Pulp Fiction for the first time in the Chinese theater of Hollywood the night Pulp Fiction released for Hollywood. I think it was actually a film festival, which is a totally different thing. But I don't remember. Great little thing. But I guess they don't do that anymore. Or maybe that is only for your film festivals and shit like that, which not every movie is a film festival-esque movie. So yeah, never mind. But that's crazy. That's wacky, dude. I feel like...
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if I made $10 million a year, I probably wouldn't blink an eye that much at 20 grand. But it's like,
I can't fathom 10 mil, so I'm still blinking a few eyes. Both of them even. Yeah. But, I mean, that's cool, though. You know, not for me, but cool.
I think Kevin Smith, he put it the way he put it. He was half joking, but he made a good point, and it was like, you know, he's like, I don't spend my money on cars, or like, I have a nice house, but I don't, you know, spend a shitload of money on my house. He's like, I like my movies. Like, for me, this is worth it. This would be worth it.
See, that is a good way to put it, though. For me, it's worth it, you know? Like, I'm not a car guy either. I could give a fuck what I'm driving.
Yeah, it's like, I could be a billionaire, and chances are I don't want a yacht. Like, I look at that, and I just think...
I cannot see you owning a yacht.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I invited you kayaking the other day, and you were just like, nope.
Oh,
so why would you want a big boat?
To be fair, I think a kayak's a little different than a yacht.
Well, either way, the idea of going... Well, yeah, no, that's a lot different. Don't get me wrong. You know, let me buy a Sea Ray or a yacht. Come on, you know. So, fair point. But it's like either way, it's like, I don't see you enjoying that.
I got to hire somebody to steer the big bitch. That's going to be her name, by the way, if I had a yacht. It'd be the big bitch. I gotta find somebody to captain this bitch. I gotta get a crew.
No. We have to practice the interview. Like, okay, you're interviewing me for the captain's position. Okay?
All right.
Please. Action.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well, sir. I'm doing very well.
Good.
Mr. Ficklin?
That's it. Thank you.
Yes. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Nice firm handshake.
My name's
like
Captain Curtis.
Captain Curtis.
Captain Curtis.
Wow, that's... Oh, you know, that's alliteration. Are you a superhero? All right. So, have you ever handled a big bitch before?
I broke character already. Fuck, man. I broke twice. Yes, actually I have. Have you met my wife?
No, that's a fat bitch. I'm talking about a boat. Have you ever handled a big bitch? All right, this is why we should never go off script. This is why we should stick to the show notes. We should stick to the show notes and do the episode.
Fuck the notes, man. I want to hear more about the big bitch. Oh my gosh. So, funny short story, actually, real quick. My dad had a golf club called the Big Bertha. Oh. And I always imagined what it would be like if the golf club's name was actually the Big Bitch. I'd always imagined, like, how would he react to that personally? Not a great story, you get my point. But for me, it's like, It was always funny imagining my dad just like, all right, Kevin, grab the driver. No, the Big Bitch. There you go. You know?
Right.
Okay, I'm good. All right.
Oh, shit.
I almost feel like you have to get something called the Big Bitch now.
Yeah.
Like something in our life has to be called that. It probably won't be a yacht.
Yeah, no.
Probably not.
No. Oh, man. Anyway, so...
What if we call this the Big Bitch? Anyways, okay, I'm done. Okay. I don't promise, but I'm done. Okay.
For the time being. For the present moment.
And that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back.
So, New Mutants. The whole reason we got on this whole tirade was because of the potential that maybe they could release it for rent.
Yes, thank you. I was trying to remember the bridge. Like, where did we end up here? How? But anyways, New Mutants potential rentage only. Cool. That might not be bad actually. You know, even if Disney doesn't want to propagate that type of technology into their streaming services, be that Disney Plus or their brothers in arms Hulu or something. Do you think that they could sell it to someone who already does, like Amazon or Starz or something like that?
Yeah, I guess they could. It's like
just sell.
I wouldn't.
I don't think that'd be fiscally responsible. Like that wouldn't turn a profit. Really,
I was gonna say they wouldn't make their money back.
Yeah.
Better yet, turn a profit.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Well, at this point, how much profit can you hope to turn from this? Yeah. I guess that's really the core question. Like, how do you turn the most profit? How do you squeeze the most lemonade out of this? You know.
I think it is important for them to understand that there is still an audience out there who wants to see this movie. Hell, to be honest. In a weird, twisted kind of way, all these setbacks have made more anticipation for it.
Actually, there was I didn't click and read it because it looked like some BuzzFeed clickbait trash, but no offense, BuzzFeed. No offense to a lot of things I talk about. But, I know, right? It makes me a great co-host. But, they were actually talking about how all these postponings has made this movie almost, I don't know the wordplay that they chose or anything. I'm just going to fill in the blank for them. But they talked about essentially how all these postponings might be making it better for the movie. Because it's like the forbidden movie. It's the rumored movie. The legendary, like, oh man, no one's ever going to be able to see that. Wait, they have a release date? I got a ticket? I'm going to be able to see it. You know? Making it that forbidden fruit, which is always nice. The psychological play.
Yeah.
Which, okay. I mean, I'm not a marketing genius. That could work. I don't know. Sure. Mm-hmm. I want to see the movie, though. You're right. That's what matters. Give me my movie. Yeah.
Right. And, you know, other people are throwing out the idea of how about releasing it on Blu-rays? Like, that costs even more money to get the movie formatted and then put onto disc and then shipped out. Like, that's a whole nother thing you don't want to have to deal with right now.
And that's an elongated profit.
Oh yeah.
Instead of an immediate profit, guys.
Yeah.
Like that's
relying
on
way
sales.
More money.
Exactly.
And then waiting.
Exactly. So, as much of an endearing idea as that is, it's not a profitable one.
Yeah, like maybe releasing it on sale digitally would be another option similar to rent, where if you release it digitally for sale, at least you know you can set a set price that won't blow people's minds because. Renting a movie for $20, people would be like, "What the fuck?" But owning a movie for $20, people would be like, "Well, that's not too far off."
Yeah, that's. I mean, between the two, I'd rather rent it for 99 cents. I'm going back to this. I'm gonna make sure we steer this big bitch right back into that. Yeah, that's me steering the captain ship. By the way, I guess it should be more like this with like the
wheel.
The wheel. Wow, what's that called, dude? Oh my gosh,
the captain's wheel.
The captain's wheel, but the wow, oh my gosh, brain fart central, guys. You get what I'm saying, though. It's the unique wheel. It's the one that they have for steering the ship.
Yeah.
There's a certain name to that wheel.
Well, on the big bitch, it's called that motherfucking thing. That's MUH. FUC.
MUH. Wait, where's the T? Muh. MUH?
Yeah, MUH. Muh. Motherfucking. It's that motherfucking thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's no mother.
No. It's that motherfucking thing. Yeah, it's that motherfucking thing. Like that's what it's called on the big bitch. So you grab that motherfucking thing and then you steer.
I'm turning red. I think. Oh man. This is great. I'm having too much fun with this. We're only 2 movies in.
We're only 2 movies.
Okay, let's move on.
Go on.
Let's move on.
New
so
Mutants
hopefully we
has
get New Mutants. They have options, yeah. Next on my list is the Avengers video game. Actually, kind of changing the pace a little bit here.
Oh, yes.
So this is a game that we were supposed to get in May. Mm-hmm. Coming up here pretty soon, obviously, for those who are more present in the listening. May 2020. And now we do actually have a release date, which is good. We're getting it September 4th, 2020. So, hallelujah, we're still getting it. I'm a little concerned because the makers of this game, Marvel Entertainment Industries, of course, or Marvel, whatever, but also Square Enix.
Yep.
Do you think that they'll go back and try to change anything?
So, I mean, potentially, because like I think about video games and like the whole kind of format for them, and it's like I know there's not a whole lot that you can do with that kind of window on a video game. Maybe clean up some textures. But,
Yeah,
as far as like adding any kind of serious content or making any strenuous changes, like you can
like microtransactions or something like that, maybe. I saw the face, brother.
I mean, I guess like to be fair, Square has never really been big on microtransactions.
No, that's true. That's true. Square's not like that.
But then again, like I think that Square maybe it's just one of the publishers for it. Is it Crystal Dynamics? I think that's actually working on the game. Square is like
I think so actually. Yeah. Crystal. I do. Yeah, they're working on the game as well.
Yeah. And that's who we really need to be keeping our eye on.
Okay.
To see if this is a company that's.
Do we recognize Crystal? Because we recognize Square, obviously. The same company that put out Kingdom Hearts, that put out Final Fantasy VII recently, which was awesome. No spoilers for our Patreon episode coming out on that soon.
Hey,
Wink, wink.
That'd be next Thursday, guys.
Oh, yeah.
But next Thursday's Resident Evil 3 remake.
This upcoming Thursday, yeah.
But I know I've played some game of theirs. I can't remember what some of them are.
Yeah. So okay, we'll keep an eye on that. As far as the game itself is concerned, do you think that the postponing does them any favors? Is there like a extra benefit for being put out later?
Here's the problem.
What's on your mind?
Originally, with this game's release date, it was going to come out literally a week before Last of Us 2, and it's like you got some heavy competition.
You do.
Now it comes out a week before Cyberpunk. And it's like
you didn't. It's like being a fighter, and you look at the card and you think to yourself honestly, with no cameras, no audience, like I don't want to fight that guy. Change up the card. I'll fight him later, just not now. I'm not ready for that. Let me add some muscle, things like that, but not now. And then you get a different card, and you're just like, fuck, that's not much better.
Right. That's exactly what's happened.
That's exactly what's happened. Yeah. Why can't I come out the same week as an indie game? Damn.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, because like, if you're a movie or a video game, like you don't want to come out like in the same time frame as a juggernaut. You know.
Yeah. And Cyberpunk has been getting so much steam, dude. CD Projekt Red has already proven themselves a great company thanks to the Witcher series. Dope series.
Yes.
Not just Netflix, guys. Great game, great book, everything. And then CD Projekt Red. No, I just talked about that one. And then Last of Us 2, dude. Last of Us 2 is a juggernaut. That's one of Sony's biggest boys right now. That's a big boy. That's their own big bitch. And I cannot wait for that to come out. And I'm tired of waiting for that to come out. So, yeah. I mean, if I only had the finances to buy one of those two products, I already bought Cyberpunk. Don't get me wrong. My pre-order's done. But in theory, if I didn't pre-order one, which one would I want to buy first? I mean, I'm not going to lie. I want to see what that Cyberpunk's about.
It's going to be Cyberpunk.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's the only real downfall to, the pushback.
Yeah.
Is the fact that, you're coming out at a later date, and it would have been so much better if there was nothing else surrounding this game.
So it comes out the same week, you said. Which one comes out?
The next week. It comes out the week before.
Okay, yeah, this comes out the week before Cyberpunk.
Yes.
Okay, there's still hope then. At least you come out first. That way, if a large number of gamers out there do have the finances to buy both, which, honestly, let's talk about that for a second. Gamers are not the stereotypes you think they are. There's too many of us out there who work good jobs that spend a lot of our finances on games. Yeah. And so we have a plethora of good games and shit that we actually spend money on. It's kind of funny how actually it's like, no, actually I have the finances to do this and to go work my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more so or less one of the things though where it's like in those situations if you do only have enough to get
right. Yeah, hypothetically, yeah. Or if you only care to spend the money on one or the other, because that's important too.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. Because I've been in that situation hundreds of times where it's like, I don't want to spend $120. Let me just spend $60 right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if that's the case, I'll wait a week to get Cyberpunk. So either way, Avengers is buying a chance. Like, they're buying the rights to the first round in that fight.
Yeah.
But
I think, though, that maybe a slight advantage they could potentially have coming out so close to Cyberpunk is maybe we're looking at this wrong. Maybe Cyberpunk is the one that's in trouble.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, so here's the thing. Like, I think that we're advanced gamers. Like, I would consider us hardcore gamers. Not in the sense that we're these magnificent gamers who are excellent at what we do.
There we go. Let me just brush the shoulders off.
We're expert gamers in the sense that we game a lot. That's all I mean.
Yeah.
And
especially during the quarantine time here, you know.
Yeah. And like with the casual gamer, they're going to be aware of, okay, I know what Marvel is. I definitely know what the Avengers are. I have no idea what the hell a Cyberpunk is. I'm familiar with this. Oh, I know Square Enix, CD Projekt Red. Did they make that one game maybe? And I mean, so like if you look at it from like the gaming community, like the deep gaming community, most people are thinking, oh yeah, Cyberpunk, that's what we want. Probably going to be game of the year. But if you're more of a casual, gamer who likes to play games on the free time when the kids are put to bed, and there's nothing else to do, I mean, chances are if you're looking at a game, you're probably going to get Avengers.
I can see that too. I can. Especially if you want a game that's more friendly towards a younger audience, I can see that kind of being a selling point as well, where it's like, hey, that game is, going to be definitely a mature game, whereas the Avengers one is going to be something a little bit more generally rated. And so that's a fair point you bring up too.
Yeah. Familiarity goes a long way.
It does. Here's one more problem though. Keanu Reeves is in Cyberpunk. I'm just joking. Yeah.
I actually already forgot that.
Yeah. I forgot it until I was just now thinking about it. Like I was remembering the scene that they gave us.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that. So, either way, I'm anticipating it. I plan on playing it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I do know one thing, and this is general. Really, this isn't pointed only towards this Marvel product or anything like that. I'm actually pulling this as an experience which came from a more recent title, which I ended up not buying because they crapped the bed so darn well prior to its release. The one thing that Marvel could really, do to mess themselves up is that, say, the new release date here is in September. Let's say late August, they release a demo for us as well. The thing that could really screw themselves over is if that demo is absolute trash.
Yeah.
And then that would steer people. Like, I'm talking about my...
Anthem.
Yep. Guys, I pre-ordered Anthem. I got rights to the demo. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, man. I'm going to play this. It's like Destiny, but better. We all know what happened there. We all saw the news. To those of you who didn't see the news, it was horrible. It was bad. Turned out Anthem was going to be a waste of time. So, luckily, apparently they've done some work to make that better. Hallelujah. But at that time...
It's been done.
Exactly. Yeah. And so it's like, well, this is not worth my money. I earned this $60. I'm putting it something else. And so I bought something else with that pre-order. Luckily, I pre-ordered it in a way that I could change that over. But yeah, if Marvel does something similar, or if any game company really, but in this case, since we're talking about it, if Marvel, do something similar there, yeah, that could, that could fuck them up.
Yeah. So... Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that at this point, like, Square is putting the squeeze on Crystal Dynamics to turn out an excellent game.
Yeah.
I mean, to be like as blunt as I possibly can, like,
please
don't be afraid to just straight up steal mechanics if you know they work. Like, if I'm playing a store and if it's mapped out and feels exactly like I'm using Kratos from God of War, so be it.
That is A-okay.
Yeah, because you know it works. And you know people love it.
Yeah.
If you straight up steal it, so what?
Okay.
It works.
It's literally just like a remodded God of War. You're just like walking around. Thor, instead of saying boy, he keeps saying his own name. Thor. Read that.
Mjolnir.
Yep.
Oh man.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, and so far right now, like there was like another little mini trailer released, maybe I don't know, a month or so ago.
Yeah.
And we see that Kamala Khan is going to be a playable character in that game because reasons, because like after the core Avengers, there's no one more popular than Kamala Khan.
I'm gonna pull the wire from the back of your mic. Oh wait, what's up, guys?
Oh shit.
Hey.
Yeah, what can you do? Yeah.
I don't know, man. So we talked about Marvel for a minute. You want to move to a DC one?
Let's do it.
So Wonder Woman 2, 1984 was going to be coming out here. But again, that was postponed. Its OG release date was... I don't have its OG release date, actually. I didn't write that down. Wow. I do have two potential release dates, depending where you're listening from. June 4th, 2020, if you live in Brazil.
I think that was the original date. It was in June.
June 4th, 2020? Okay. Well, that's still the case for Brazil. They still get the movie on point. Whereas the rest of us here in, the U.S. or something, we will get the movie on August 14th. Hey, that's the day before my birthday. Happy birthday to me. But yeah, no, we get it August 14th, 2020. So that's another one that we get postponed, but still later this year.
Yes.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Yeah, and this leaves me, still really excited because at the end of the last Homies Award, this was my number 2 anticipated movie, and Black Widow was my number 1. So hopefully these movies live up or even surpass my expectations. I'm looking for a lot of cool shit in these two films.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm still really looking forward to Wonder Woman, and I think a lot of people are. I think that that this is going to be DC's next billion-dollar movie, and for a couple of reasons. One, chances are it's already highly anticipated, but also it's probably going to be one of the first big movies to truly come out after all this Corona shit is done. So I also think
that's true. Once it's done, and the Facebook memes and the news and the media coverage and everything is going to start dying down, and then finally, this has been just a really messed up chapter of 2020. Yeah,
yeah. The first half doesn't count for 2020.
We really do need a mulligan.
We do.
Wow, 2020 has
over. All right, so here's the thing. Like, nobody is going to age this year. Next year's going to be 2020 again.
No one actually graduated. We all redoing this year. Next year is just 2020 for real this time.
But for real this time, though.
Like, all the calendars. Actually, have you seen the memes about, like, what was your most wasted purchase that you've had this year thus far? Oh, a 2020 planner. I'm in that wheelhouse because I bought a planner for the podcast. And, guys, there's a whole month that's blank in there.
What can you do?
What can you do? Yeah. You hope you didn't buy a calendar too.
Yeah. Man.
But yeah, man. So let me ask you this. Let's get to the meat of this one. So do you think that it will be beneficial for this movie to be postponed? Yay or nay? And why?
With how it's being postponed, with it essentially being a month and a half at most, I don't think it's...
You don't think it's going to change much?
At all.
What was June our release date here in the States?
I'm pretty certain that it was the first official summer movie blockbuster. Because it came out after... I'm pretty sure it came out after Black Widow. It was aimed for...
I think you're right, because... Yeah. I'm recalling the memory. I believe you're on point. I don't know. I was tempted to look it up on Google real quick because my phone's just right here. But the problem is what I was about to Google was Wonder Woman 1984 OG release date, and it's like I don't know if Google's gonna understand the lingo here, my Kevin lingo here. But yeah, But yeah, man. So that's something. I'm anticipating seeing the movie. I hope that there's a lot more people who don't lose hope in any of these products.
Right. Yeah. And, guys, I'll tell you what, like, especially if you're quarantined right now, if you're really anticipating the Wonder Woman movie, I recently picked up the Wonder Woman Omnibus by Gail Simone. It's an excellent book, and there's a lot of key elements in that Omni that the movie is going to imply.
Yeah, there it is over there.
Yep. And on top of that, guys, if you want some other Wonder Woman cool shit to read, I would also recommend you read Infinite Crisis as well. There's she has a lot of real pivotal stuff for her character and how she kind of almost transforms. And there are key elements with her and Maxwell Lord, who was also in the movie, being played by Pedro Pascal. So there's probably some key moments that they're taking from the Infinite Crisis saga, specifically the OMAC series. So for those of you who are looking for some more Wonder Woman to read, the Gail Simone Omni and also the Infinite Crisis stuff, I think it'd be great to prepare for Wonder Woman.
Hell yeah, that's exciting, dude.
Yeah.
Dope. I like that idea a lot.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But no, looking forward to Wonder Woman, man. I think it's gonna prove that people still want to go to the theaters. Either that, or it's gonna prove that people don't want to go to the theaters. Which hopefully not that.
Let's hope the latter and not that. Yeah. No, wow. Excuse me, the
former,
former, not the latter. Because I was thinking about that, like, wait, that felt wrong. Why did that feel wrong?
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm with you there. You already know I have a ticket to that one too. You know, we pre-ordered that ticket as well, so I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Let's see.
So next, I actually have Doctor Strange 2. That was gonna be a fun one.
The Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So this one presents an interesting and almost ironic type of dilemma.
What's that?
So the director for Doctor Strange 1, Scott Derrickson, he was called back to do the sequel, and he was like, "Great, looking forward to it." And things kind of went sideways when the release dates came out, and he was like, "For what you guys want me to do, like I don't believe that I can produce a quality movie in the time that you guys want me to do."
Okay.
And he and Marvel couldn't come to an agreement, and so he left. Scott Derrickson left the project, and this is when Sam Raimi came into scene, and they got Sam Raimi now to be the director for Doctor Strange 2. And I say it's ironic because Scott Derrickson
ended up being postponed.
Yeah, Scott Derrickson left because he felt like he didn't have enough time, which is understandable.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember because I know the name Sam Raimi. Actually, I know I've seen a couple of his products. I'm trying to remember what. I feel like he's done more horror movie vibes.
Actually,
you know what? That's
Evil Dead, the Spider-Man trilogy.
Okay, I actually feel pretty good about that.
Everyone does except for the homie Caleb. Shout out to the homie Caleb. But literally everyone else.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. The Spider-Man trilogy was not without some funny ass mistakes, but that's not the episode for this.
Without that trilogy, though, I doubt that we'd have anything like the MCU we have today. People do not give that trilogy the credit it deserves.
That, or the OG X-Men or others, but for sure. So that's interesting. I'm not sure if that's a step up or a step across the lateral board there, whatever have you. I'm still looking forward to that one, obviously, but the big reason I really want this movie to succeed still, even behind all this Rona bullshit, it's going to be a Marvel superhero horror movie. Yes. I cannot get behind how much excitement I have for this amalgam of genres, guys. This is interesting. This is cool. This is actually going to be something that really stirs the pot. Something that New Mutants has yet to do, but should have done. I couldn't decide which tense of grammar to use there. Wow. But I mean, this is gonna be cool. But we'll see. The new release date for that one is actually going to be May 5th, 2021. So no, not this year. Next May.
I'm seeing that it's actually coming out November 5th, 2021.
Really?
Yeah, I think that maybe May was the original release date.
Okay. Yeah. That might be the case because I did write down the first thing Google told me. I'm going to look it back up here. It still says May. Ironically enough, this actually says something different. Wow. Okay. So read yours one more time.
Yes, November 5th, 2021. That's what my source says for the sequel.
Okay. I'm looking at... Yep, November 5th, 2021. Okay, I just looked it up from a different second source here. Mine is from some other website. I'm not going to spot for them real quick. But yeah. Probably a different source than yours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So I have actually, with all due respect to Scott Derrickson, I thought he did a fine job on the original the first Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
I think that Sam Raimi is a perfect choice. Because he knows how to do a superhero movie, and 2, he knows how to do a horror movie.
Yeah, I think that was actually a pretty ingenious call.
It was.
I'm not going to say we took a step in the right direction, but we didn't step in the wrong direction either.
Yeah.
How do you like that? That was very politically said. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, man, I know that's one that I'm super excited for. That one actually has my attention more than some of these others. Just because I'm just really excited to test the waters on that mix,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And, it's like we've discussed so many times in previous, is that with the MCU as a whole moving forward, nothing they do should feel like anything we've already seen from them. Like, I should never get anything from Phase 4 confused with anything from Phases 1 through 3.
Yeah.
Like, the time period of them having one tone for basically their entire universe, that shit's got to end. You have to shake things up now. You have to be willing to take a chance and to do something different.
Hell yeah, dude. I wholeheartedly agree with that, because no one's going to keep coming back to the theater for the same product, you know?
I mean, it's bad enough that there is already a caveat of people who said that they were done after Endgame, that for them that was it.
Yeah.
We talked about that after Endgame came out, actually.
Yeah. Superhero fatigue.
Yeah. And the last thing that we want to do is be proven right that superhero fatigue is a real thing.
Exactly. So, homies, you're responsible now. Carry the mantle.
Yeah. Or even more importantly, like, Marvel, you guys are responsible for making more original and creative content. Something to keep people engaged and coming back.
Oh yeah, but that's like every episode subject. Oh yeah. Yeah. We breathe down Marvel's neck quite often.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So those motherfuckers don't forget.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am also looking forward to Doctor Strange 2. I think that it's going to be a pretty damn good movie. I mean, the fact also that Wanda's going to be in it and some kind of big role. That also remind me of something else.
What's up?
So after the WandaVerse trailer came out around like the Super Bowl time last year, what was Damon Lindelof? He actually spoke up and said that after seeing that trailer, he loved to do something for Marvel, because he saw that trailer and he said that really piqued his interest, and he'd love to do something for Marvel.
Dude, I would love to put Damon Lindelof on a TV show for Marvel.
Oh yeah,
I would eat that up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, especially after watching what he did for The Watchmen on HBO.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that'd be money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, like Kevin said, Damon Lindelof, he's the guy that did the Watchmen TV show. If you have seen that, you know what kind of tone to expect from his products. He also did The Leftovers. He was responsible for a lot of the Lost TV show. Take it or leave it, if you like it or hate it. And also, I think he also did Prometheus. I think he also wrote Prometheus as well.
Hey, that's a great thing. I think I'll just look that up real quick. I have no idea.
Yeah, I know he didn't direct it, but I'm pretty sure he wrote it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm doing the thing where I look it up in the middle of an episode. Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Yep.
Did he? He wasn't in. He didn't do anything with Alien Covenant, did he?
Brother, give me a minute, okay? I'm looking up a couple things in a minute, okay? All right, okay.
All right, Kevin. Listen.
Okay.
If you're gonna be
stop. He did Cowboys and Aliens. What was the other thing?
Alien Covenant.
Alien Covenant. I'm going to say no for now, because it's not on this immediate list, and I'm not gonna I'm not gonna waste everyone's time and keep looking it up.
So here's the thing, Kevin. Like,
what's up?
I'm gonna need you to be faster and like immensely more attractive if you're gonna be Oracle. Okay. All right.
Also, do I need to be in a wheelchair?
I'm gonna have to shoot you as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right. So there's a lot of things.
I'm sorry, I'm not interested in the job interview anymore. I gotta go. I gotta go. This isn't gonna work. I'll still co-host, but
I'm gonna need you to become an attractive female redhead like immediately. I'm I'm gonna have to shoot you. All right.
Nope.
And you know, I'm gonna need you to really just hone in on those computer skills. Just
Nope. Ironically enough, as you're saying all that, I can't help but to understand and think about the Becky Lynch picture that we have when we met her at Comic Con, where we're pictured with her and her full red, awesome hair. And it's like, I just imagined her being Oracle for us, and I just got really sad. It's like, Becky, I'm so sorry you dropped so low to help us out.
An Irish Oracle. That
I'd be okay with that. I mean, you need a chance to work with Becky Lynch. Let's be honest. But yeah, anyways, yeah.
Something else I want to talk about that, as far as I know, doesn't have a new release date yet.
What's up?
Falcon and Winter Soldier. This is a TV show.
Yeah. Let's talk about that, because Disney Plus has been very quiet on all of their TV shows, the Marvel-based TV shows. Yeah.
But I think that this is maybe like because I do applaud Marvel just as much as I critique them.
Right.
But like, you know,
we clap and dish for them.
Yeah. I mean, because hell, no one's ever done what they've done before. And that's kind of where the con comes in, because the negative to all this is everything they do is so connected and intertwined. So if a movie gets pushed back, that also means potentially, oh, well, this TV show now has to be pushed back too.
So in other words, all their movies are puzzle pieces connected to one another. And if you shuffle one, you can't do it without reshuffling the board.
Yeah.
Without pushing the whole chain of awkward puzzle pieces you pieced together over to the side.
Yes. So now, like, this whole algorithm of which TV show and which movie comes out when, all that now it has to be reshuffled. So whereas we were supposed to get Falcon and Winter Soldier in August, this August, now we don't know when we get it.
Yeah. And we were presumably, before the Rona, we were going to also get WandaVerse a lot sooner than we had anticipated as well. That was the good news.
Like October. Yeah.
Yeah, which was going to be amazing. But now we also have no idea about that.
Yeah.
And Disney's been very quiet on that, which I don't mind, because I'd rather get the truth when it's ready than get a bunch of hopeful, oh, nope, sorry, we have to postpone. Here's another date. No, we got to postpone. Right. You know?
Yeah. Them being quiet is them working to get this shit resolved. So,
right.
You know.
Well, I'd rather them be quiet than say, oh, hey, we're going to, engage it all back here. Oh, wait, the country's not ready to lift up sheltering and all this stuff. So, never mind,
Right.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
It's just an awkward time to be in charge of stuff like that.
I mean, because this shows that literally no one saw this coming.
No. No
one ever thought, what do you mean people won't be able to go outside or hang out or do anything?
What do you mean 2020 is going to get worse?
What do you mean 2020 is going to Oh, man. Yeah, sometimes Mother Nature has to remind you that she can be a big bitch. So.
See, Mother Nature really is the one in charge of the ship. You never needed a captain. Right. She was driving it the whole time, brother.
Oh, man. But I don't even know if words can put, into form how much we were looking forward to this show. Falcon and Winter Soldier, man. Like, I was so hyped. I still am, but...
Yeah. I mean, they were going to be the caveats filling in for the the Netflix Marvel shows that we were going to get that came and went. They went to make room for these. These were going to be their predecessors, the next in line. And now we don't know when that line is going to start coming for us. We don't know when we're going to get these products,
Right.
I'm waiting for them to say, good news, we are still going to get them guaranteed. But we'll see.
Me being optimistic, I really hope that we can get at least one of the shows by the end of the year.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. And knock on wood.
Yes, both. Everything. Every bit of good luck. Strangle a leprechaun if you can. Just whatever kind of good luck you can get.
A leprechaun. Yeah. I just imagined myself strangling a leprechaun. It didn't feel good. I don't suggest it.
You gotta wait till he quits moving, then it'll feel a whole lot better. Trust me.
Superhero Homies brought to you by endorsing leprechaun murder. There's a number of mature listeners out there who are just rubbing their brow, just what the fuck am I doing listening to?
Sometimes sometimes you gotta gotta let your hair down and say some silly shit.
Amen.
But no, that's just me being really hopeful though that we can get one of these Marvel shows before year's end.
Agreed.
You know, I mean, if Winter Soldier and Falcon is tied into Black Widow in any way, then maybe we can get it. Black Widow coming out in November. Maybe we can get Falcon and Winter Soldier in December.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just me making assumptions that there's any connection. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Suicide Squad.
Let's.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to joke about real quick on this one that we are already made fun of in preparation of this list here. I had to remind myself this one's not called Suicide Squad 2. It's not a sequel. And your response was,
it's just called the Suicide Squad.
It's a pseudo sequel.
It's a pseudo sequel.
And it's like, well, what does that mean if they didn't want to take the name Suicide Squad 2? You know, I feel like for all intents and purposes, this is supposed to be like, it's gonna feel like a remake.
Yeah,
it's gonna feel like a remake, but it's not a remake. You know,
it's
James Gunn is just like, we're gonna clean this past one off the board. Oops! Oh look, a whole new one here. Yeah.
It's like this. It's the Incredible Hulk, a sequel or a remake.
It's a remake. We all know it's a remake.
But they carry over certain things from the original.
Hey, so does Final Fantasy VII Remake. Ew. But they carried over a lot from the original, so that's not fair.
Yeah, I was like,
anyways.
That fucking ending, though. Anyways, moving on.
How dare you drop the listeners in on that? Yeah. Now everyone's going to be like, oh, I got to listen to the Patreon episode. Well,
yeah,
yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. No, that wasn't scripted. Anyways,
yeah, so with the Suicide Squad sequel, I feel really comfortable with James Gunn helming this movie.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm anticipating it now because James Gunn is at the head of this movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's bringing in a new cast of characters. There is one bit of news that came out that had me like, oh damn it, and that I'm still looking forward to the movie.
Okay.
But apparently, before James Gunn was involved in the movie, they had plans to rumoredly have Deathstroke as their main villain, and now James Gunn, he's saying that he has no plans to use Deathstroke as far as we made aware of.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad. So what? I wonder what James Gunn. Nope, not the time for that. Yeah. I was just beginning to think out loud there again. But yeah, either way, I'm excited for James Gunn to handle this because this could actually be a really fun and awesome movie for DC.
Yes.
Plus, with James Gunn being behind it, the same guy, if you don't remember, who did Guardians of the Galaxy, that could be a really awesome movie. That could be super fun.
Oh yeah.
I'm also excited that they're recasting everybody. That's gonna be fresh. That's gonna be cool.
Or they're keeping a lot of cast, but they're bringing in a lot of new people.
I'm guessing they're keeping like Margot Robbie and
keeping Margot Robbie, Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, Joe Kinnaman, he played Rick Flag. Jack Courtney as Captain Boomerang is coming back.
Nice.
Yeah. But
that's good.
I think that's pretty much all of the original cast. I mean, the only originals that's coming back. So I think basically everyone else, they're bringing in new characters.
No Jared Leto.
No, he's done with Warner Brothers, and I don't fucking blame him. They did him dirty.
Yeah,
they did him really dirty. I don't blame him. But I know there's also a rumor that we're getting King Shark in this movie. Yeah.
I have weird feelings about that now after watching Harley Quinn on DC Universe and seeing that King Shark, because I almost want that King Shark. Well, he's hilarious, guys. If you haven't seen the show yet, it's a great daggum show.
Yeah. And
we're doing a shorty series on it, so hit it up.
That's right. Every Friday, you guys can catch our latest episode review of the Harley Quinn animated show.
Yep.
But no, I think that the Suicide Squad has a lot of good stuff going for it. One being the exploded cast, and two being, like you already mentioned earlier, James Gunn, man. I mean, he's the one who's helming this ship. He's driving the big bitch. And I got a lot of faith in him for this one. I mean, because James Gunn is the type of person who he lives in obscurity, and he revels in it, and he loves to have fun. Like I can't picture anyone else using the Guardians of the Galaxy the way he did. Like,
No.
I mean, just once again, like the fact that the movie came out in like 2014, that incarnation of the Guardians hadn't even been around 10 years, and the fact that he was able to use them so well and made them such household names, it was incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do with the Suicide Squad.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's gonna be nice.
yeah, and like I wish that we can maybe get more info as to, because we know a lot of the cast, but we don't know who all these new actors are playing. And I wish he could just tell me something. Like, who the fuck is John Cena playing in this movie?
Yeah, I saw that too, and I'm. But we'll see. I don't know, man. Yeah. Or maybe we won't see it because you don't see him.
Can't see him.
I don't know, man. That's gonna be interesting. Hopefully, after all this Rona business lifts up and kind of dissipates into the background again, we'll be able to get a lot more awesome, good news being released about all these products, including this one.
Right.
Yeah, man. What else
news.
we got?
We haven't talked about the Batman yet, have we?
Good news, everyone. That's the best Billy West I can do. Don't ask for better. The Batman. Yes. That was the one you recently posted on, most recently on the Facebook page. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the Batman, of course, being narrated by Matt Reeves, the same Matt Reeves who did the Planet of the Apes trilogy, the recent one that came out, that is.
Yep.
He is directing this movie, and he just announced a few hours ago that they had to halt production on the movie because of Corona.
That's unfortunate. I'm hoping that during the halted production time, that they're not just sitting on their hands, that someone on that list of the credits list of someone who's able to contribute to the movie, that they're helping out with something. That they're going back and revisiting the script, making sure things are tight, something to keep it, strengthening.
Well, I mentioned earlier, actually, earlier I mentioned how Matt Reeves, he said that during this time off, he's really been reevaluating the movie.
Okay, that's awesome then. That's perfect. Yeah.
So it's great news. I mean, well, not great news that production has to be halted. Obviously, we understand why. You don't want to endanger anybody for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess the silver lining to this is Matt Reeves is really passionate and dedicated to making this the best he can.
Hell yeah.
So he's looking at this thing from all angles. Apparently, he's really trying to make sure that it's going to be what it needs to be.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, I full on agree with that, man.
Oh yeah.
He knows his audience. He knows that we are a passionate, nerdy bunch.
Yes. Yeah. I guess also, and once again, I'm not that kind of creator. I just fucking podcast, but
you don't say.
It's like, if you're making something like this, like a movie or whatever it may be, at what point do you feel like, okay, I need to leave it alone? Like, this is good. This is really fucking solid. If I keep nitpicking at it, there's a chance I could go back and just fuck things up.
Yep. Good point. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess because I'm just looking at it from like my potential perspective. Like, if I was in his shoes, I'd be like, man, I felt really confident about this 3 months ago, but now I'm starting to wonder, do I go back and just fuck with it? And what's going to be the end result after I'm done fucking with it? Hopefully that's not the case, though. Hopefully Matt Reeves is way more confident in his abilities than I am. So.
Yep.
Here's to hoping. The new release date for the Batman is October 2021.
Yep. October 1st.
Yep. So it's been pushed back now by about 2 months, 3 months, because I think it was going to come out in like July or August. So it's been pushed back a few months.
Yeah, another season.
Yeah,
that's okay.
It's kind of interesting now because like over the past decade, like the summer blockbusters have been creeping up into spring and going into summer, and now it's been pushed back into like fall, going into winter.
Yep.
So it's kind of funny looking at it. But honestly, I think that a Batman movie, fall is the perfect time for a Batman movie.
It really is, Actually, a lot of the graphic novels I can think of with Batman are stationed and seasoned within the comic books timeline right in that fall. So That's beautiful. You know, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, Oh man.
No problem from here.
Yeah.
Nope. Anything else? What about we talked about most everything on my list. What about the Eternals?
So the Eternals is one. Yeah. So it's kind of funny. We mentioned earlier how when Marvel did their reshuffle, they pushed everything back and everything to the place of something else.
Yeah.
So Black Widow essentially to the place of the Eternals, and the Eternals to the place of Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like it's this whole kind of domino effect.
Yeah.
But the Eternals, I think, is coming out in February 2021.
Okay.
So that's
not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. From November
That still
to
means that we're
February.
wrong. That's one of the ones that we're now wrong on regarding the Superhero Homie Awards. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That and Morbius, which I also wanted to touch on. It's also not coming out this year. Venom 2, they've been really quiet. Sony hasn't said anything yet about
Yeah, they've
Venom
been reluctant.
2.
Yeah.
But then again, Venom, just like the first one, was already slated to come out October. So maybe they're thinking, we're safe for now. Let's just be quiet and and hope nothing happens.
Cross
So
fingers
yeah,
again.
if Venom comes out this year, that'd be 5.
Hopefully.
Better than 2.
Hopefully, we'll see. So you just mentioned Morbius. What about that one?
Morbius. Gotta look at that one up again.
Okay.
But in the meanwhile, with the Eternals being pushed back to 2021, I don't think that's. I don't think that's too terrible.
No, I kind of see the rest of these as like a collective. Like, you're right. The MCU has things so well planned out that it's like, okay, we just literally shift the whole board over one, and that's okay, you know. Yeah, it's surprising that there's no news on Venom 2 yet. What were you about to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say like the main reason why I really wanted to mention or talk about the Eternals is because that's one that was supposed to come out this year still.
Right.
Which obviously won't be happening.
Nope.
But I still think that that Marvel has put so much stock and effort into this movie that they have to knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
Let me mention this really quick, not to delve much into Eternals preview material, but what do you want to see from the Eternals that we haven't seen from the MCU yet?
That is a preview question. I want to see things on a grander scale. You know, the Eternals are powerhouses compared to the beings that we've been messing with. You know, mortals and super beings of an earthly day-to-day level. These guys are way bigger than that. They're playing on a whole bigger playing field than Iron Man or Captain America were playing on prior to that. So I kind of want to see some of that grandiose, larger than life vibe, because this is when you can really get away with that. I'm trying to figure out how to word this because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but I want the movie to be the right mix of grounded but godly. These guys are supposed to be so big scale. They're supposed to be so powerful and so awesome and mighty that it's going to be hard to tell a super grounded as normal I guess a normal movie would be, for lack of better terms, where it's like, I don't want just like a romance story or whatever the hell, I want like something that I could imagine gods worrying about, because that's what this is. This is a movie about beings that are that powerful. So don't give me an issue where one god just simply can't do this because of that reason. No, he's a god, Make it understandable, but also a godly reason why he or they won't be able to blah blah blah. You get what I'm saying? Make the plot the same level as the heroes. Yeah, expectancy.
Oh yeah.
What about you? Hopefully that made sense to the homies out there, because I know I kind of chose my words carefully. But yeah, what about you, man?
I really hope that they choose to lean into Neil Gaiman's run on the Eternals. Like that's the bulk of my Eternals knowledge. Like that's the bulk of what I've read is from Neil Gaiman. And like what he did was a really cool take, because I mean he probably had like the same thought that maybe the writers for this movie are already having, which is, how do we explain where they've been for so many years? Like, how do I? And Neil Gaiman's response, like, how do I reboot them? How do I make them relevant?
Yeah.
And his whole idea is, well, they're living in society amongst us. Most of them just don't know who they are. And a lot of his story was slowly revealing that your name isn't Ike Harris, your name is Icarus. Okay. And so he did a lot of cool shit like that, where he really just kind of went through and had these characters discover who they are and discover each other and discover about the deviants and the Celestials and what they're supposed to be doing. Really cool take. And also, I think just for a movie's sake, like, that's also a really
Yeah, that could be very interesting. Oh yeah. In that case, that's actually a clever way to let it be more grounded, to let it have more of like a mortal feel to it, rather than having to write about Zeus versus Hercules, gods versus gods, yeah. Or Kratos versus Zeus or something awesome like that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's actually really cool. That could actually make me feel more comfortable. And it's like, oh, this is a more reasonable story now.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be really cool. I mean...
Yeah. Plus, Neil, man. I trust that.
Oh, yeah.
I would want to see his work put on screen. Yeah.
Well, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, Netflix, where's my goddamn Sandman series?
Netflix is like, hold up, bitch. We're postponed because of things, too. Okay? You haven't talked about it, but we are.
Oh, man. But
here I am defending you, Netflix. Come love us. Come love the homies.
I did find the release date for Morbius. The new release date is now March 19th, 2021.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, when was it supposed to be? Like maybe November or around the same time as... No, this summer. It's supposed to come out this summer.
Really?
Like July.
Wow. So March actually is not that bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and it got pushed back to March 2021. I mean, so that's a pretty lengthy delay, but...
Yeah. A little bit more than a few months, but definitely, Yeah, I mean, it's already labeled now as a 2021 movie.
Yeah. There it goes. It was supposed to come out July 31st of this year, but has been pushed back to
March 19th.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is one movie that I couldn't put my finger on it, but I had some concerns for. Nothing really to support my cause, just the feeling that it was going to be another Sony movie. And I'm sure that some of you know what I mean when I say just another Sony movie.
Yeah, for sure. That feels like something that we could also talk a lot about during its preview podcast, for sure. Yeah, because I'd be curious to know what some of those precautions are. But yeah, man, what the... I can't think of another one. Can you?
Yeah, the only other one that I could think to mention would be Shang-Chi, and that's because it was...
Oh, duh. Yeah.
And that's just because that one was supposed to come out earlier 2021.
Yeah.
But now it's been pushed back to later on that same year.
Okay.
And like with Shang-Chi, I'm looking forward to that one because like you can just show off completely with your martial arts and kick all kinds of ass.
You can get the choreography really on point. In other words, get the same choreographer from Daredevil, Marvel,
or Trad Skelhetsky, the same guy who did Keanu Reeves.
Look at me. I'm Quentin. I could pull names out. I'm not just using references. I'm pulling out names and references. Bravo, you son of a bitch. Oh, no, that's laugh, not clap. I thought that was clap.
Thank you. You can hold your applause.
Press the side trombone. Fuck. Anyways.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do this with Doctor Strange. But so yeah, guys, I'm really looking forward to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah.
I'm going to bed. I'm done. What do the other two buttons do? I can't remember.
Oh, fuck. What's this one? So a long time ago, there was this man named Ike Harris who was really Icarus. And he was...
And what about the purple one? That's how I feel about what you just did. All right, I'm good. And we know what the big red one does. That's the theme music.
That's the theme song.
All right.
But no, we were talking about Shang-Chi. So I guess let me tell you this and then get your opinion on this really quick also. Because I've always been curious about their decision for this. And on a completely joking level, I'm like, this is kind of racist. Completely joking.
Now I'm really curious. What are we bringing up? What are we doing?
To my knowledge, and by the way, guys, I'm not like some huge Shang-Chi fan, so I won't pretend to be. But
me neither.
To my knowledge, from what I've read with Shang-Chi in it, he's never really had any kind of happenings with the Mandarin. However, the Mandarin, who is traditionally an Asian villain, they're using him as the villain for his movie.
I feel weird about that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's just a little.
It's like you already shot yourselves in the foot with the Mandarin. I don't know, man. That's off. That's bad.
It's something there. Right? It's a little.
Who? Yeah. To be determined. But for now, I'm not feeling that. That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and I get it. Mandarin, he's a really cool villain, and we all, myself included, bitched about his use in Iron Man 3 or
of
lack
course,
thereof.
Of course, we definitely made fun of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I do applaud them for trying to fix this.
Yeah.
But it's like we would really like to see this with Iron Man, more so than Shang-Chi. But I mean, hey, withholding judgment till we see it.
Here we are.
I'm still looking forward to Shang-Chi and seeing what it's like. Apparently, it's going to have like a Mortal Kombat X vibe to it. It's like a tournament setting. Apparently,
the Mandarin is holding a tournament on a forbidden martial art only island.
Your soul is mine, Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi's going to be Liu Kang, obviously.
Oh, okay. The Mandarin is going to transform into Shao Kahn.
Oh, wow.
You suck.
I picture the Mandarin almost as Shang Tsung, like the sorcerer,
Oh, Kwai something? Oh, Kui?
What's
that guy's name, guys?
You're talking about the pale guy.
Yeah, the sorcerer type. Yeah.
The other sorcerer was Shang-Chi. No, Shang Tsung. Jeez, I'm getting my Shangs mixed up now. Shang Tsung was the guy who was like, your soul is mine. He could transform into you, and he could steal your soul.
Oh, yeah.
There's that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I play Mortal Kombat. I know what we're talking about.
Quan Chi was the guy you were thinking of. That's his name. Quan Chi is the pale guy.
Cool. Yeah, the guy who looks like a necromancer.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And Pinhead. He looks like Pinhead from
yeah. I forget about Pinhead.
Yeah. Wow. Me too. He wasn't even the main threat in the first Hellraiser.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you don't even think about it till you go back
to
kind
of like Friday the 13th when Jason's not the real threat. Yeah. It's his mother, who basically should have been named Karen.
Right.
Wow.
Karen had superhuman strength.
Karen did.
Yeah. We don't get off topic. You guys get off topic.
So
Shang-Chi.
Martial arts.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently it's going to be like a tournament style thing. I think there's a lot of merit to that. I did.
Yeah, I think that could be a lot of fun. I think that's a new plot thread that the Marvel movies haven't done yet. Mm-hmm. Plus, it's another one of those genre amalgam mixes, so that could be totally cool. Oh, yeah. The use of the Mandarin is going to be interesting. Like, they're really going to have to hit that one out the park, dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because that's... Oof. You're getting a questionable batter to the plate.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's all I have for now as far as the movies go. Unless you have,
no, I'm good there, man. Yeah, that's the postponed stuff. Hopefully, we get some more stuff coming, some more news about all this, especially as like it starts clearing up out there. So
right,
yeah.
So as of now, guys, we're still getting for 2020. We're still gonna get Wonder Woman. In August. As of now, because Sony hasn't said anything, we're still tentatively getting Venom in October, and we're getting Black Widow in November.
Yep.
So,
and the Avengers game later this year as well.
Very true. Thank you. Yep. Yeah. So we are still gonna get some more cool superhero content this year. So 2020 is not completely lost.
It's gonna be one of those things when it's we saved too much for later, and so like the back half of 2020 is gonna be much better than the first half.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think Marvel even said, I haven't looked at it, but apparently like they're considering releasing 3 movies for 2021 or 2022. Yeah, just to kind of, I guess, play catch up. But
okay, I mean, I won't argue
We
that.
won't argue with that.
Don't rush it.
More content for us, you say?
Yeah, exactly. Just 3 premium good movies, not
Right.
2 good and 1 okay. You know. Yeah. But hey, that's our job. That's what we always ask for.
That's what we do.
Yep. But yeah, man.
Yeah,
I think
guys,
I'm good over here, man.
Yeah, I think that's going to be all for now, guys. We hope that you have been thoroughly distracted and entertained for the last hour and 34 minutes.
Hell yeah. To those of you watching, hopefully you have also been entertained, not only listening, but watching us goof around, which is always extra valuable, right?
Yes.
Feel free to hit the subscribe button and share this with your other friends and see if they would also like to have a good time. Oh, wait, they would? Then hell yeah, please share.
Absolutely. Guys, we're always putting out new content, so please do subscribe. And also, if you haven't done so already, feel free to leave us a review. Reviews always help us out a lot. That helps us rise throughout the ranks, and we can stand supreme amongst all the other podcasts and be like, look at these peasants. That's our goal.
I mean, that's not the
that's the plan.
Oh no. 2 weeks later, we dropped.
Oh, just kidding.
It does help us out when you leave us a review, guys. It truly does.
Yeah, and if you go to ratethispodcast.com/superhero homies, you guys can leave us a review, and it makes it super easy for you guys to do so, and it helps us out a lot. That is ratethisreview.com/superhero homies.
Hell yeah. We already talked about the Patreon page as well, guys. Patreon.com/superhero homies will give you access to a whole lot of more content. 1, it's ad-free. 2, there's a lot more shit to talk about. Not just superhero material, but our video game material, which we're going to be having more stuff come out soon. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Our other cool movies review, cult classics, all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah.
Oh, we got bangers.
Yeah.
For days. But yeah, guys. So please also do us a favor, check that out. Anywhere from $1 to $3, and you guys can get all that content at your fingertips, and it helps us out a whole lot. So
the donation actually really does help us out a whole ton. It helps us to continue to be able to, put out all this material and to hopefully entertain all of you guys out there some more.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But that's all we have for now, guys. So until next time, my name is Superhero Homie Q.
And as always, I am Superhero Homie Kevin.